Hi there, it's Ken with Roguedeckbuilder.com here with Immortal Servitude, the bug version. We are on the draw. This is a decent hand. I'm not going to mulligan it. We can lead off here with a Watery Grave, followed by a Grisly Salvage to try to build up our graveyard. So I'm liking the Snapcaster Mage in our hand. That gives us a way to flash back the Immortal Servitude if it does get ditched here with Grisly Salvage, and hopefully eventually we can loot into enough guys in our graveyard to combo off here. A lot of the troll is a bit problematic, as it can be a fast clock if he discards like grave crawlers and things like that to pump up his Lotleth Troll. So I'm gonna go ahead and at the end of his turn I'm going to Grisly Salvage. I'm going to make him play around Abrupt Decay and counter spells. And if he does tap his black here for whatever reason and attack, I might, yeah, I think I am. I think I definitely do trade. Well, he could just, yeah, I have some options here. I could kill off his Lotleth Troll, but he could probably just discard a couple things to make it bigger. And I think I just take 5 here. So I think we're gonna take an Alchemist Apprentice. That way we can block the Dreg Mangler and sacrifice our Apprentice to get a card. There's our Immortal Servitude. So we'll put in our tap land here and play the Apprentice. So, yep, best move here is probably just to block the Dreg Mangler and prevent 3 damage from going through. And we can Snapcaster Grisly Salvage next turn, or just play 2 Bloodthrone Vampires. I'm just hoping not a Desecration Demon comes out here. Predator Ooze. Alright. That's fine. So we need a Blood Artist really, really bad. I think what we're going to do here is we're going to cast a Tracker's Instinct. And hope for a Vampire here. There it is, a Blood Artist, but I'm going to grab this Elvish Visionary. It gets me a card. And we're going to play it. Because I need to survive here as long as possible. And then we can combo off if we have another Blood Artist in the graveyard. We could be able to combo off. If nothing else, we can keep our Snapcaster Mage up in Immortal Servitude twice, because we can Immortal Servitude next turn. I'm definitely going to block the Mangler here. I'm not going to block anything here, so I'm going to take 7 here. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to Immortal Servitude here just to stay alive. And they'll put Screeching Scabs in the will come into play and put a ton of stuff in the graveyard. Or I could do a Bloodthrone. The Lotleth Troll, though, it has Trample, and the Predator Ooze is getting quite big. So I do think that it is going to be in our best interest just to Immortal Servitude here. What it will bring in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or do we wait one turn? If we wait one turn, we can do a String Root Geist and a Blood Throne. And maybe that's the better play here. And then we could block those two, just take, hopefully just take 2. And then the next turn we can bring everything in. I do want to keep the Bloodthorn Vampire alive though. Yeah, I think this is the right play to go. Bloodthrone and Strangleroot. And pass it back to him. And if he doesn't kill us this turn, we're in very good position, as we can gain quite a bit of life with the Blood Artist. If he just abrupt decays the Bloodthorn Vampire, though, yeah, ouch. Yeah, we're in trouble. Because all he has to have is one thing for his Literal to discard, and we're going to be taking 6 exactly. So hopefully he doesn't have a creature in his hand. And he does. So we just die here. But it was a close game. Maybe I should have played that differently. As, yeah, I don't know if anything. There's our second Blood Artist, quite a ways down. But we need to go first this time. Packrat's actually decent in this matchup, as he has no real way to deal with a ton of Packrats. Augur Bolus isn't bad either, as it blocks the trolls and still gives me card advantage. But sometimes, it misses a lot in this deck because it just has. If I want to bring Augur Boluses in, I usually want to bring Mulches in. But I don't know if I'm going to make any changes here. Troll might be good, because Troll can block all day long. And if that's the case, I'm going to take Immortal Servitude out and a Vampire out. And Instincts might be a little slow. Apprentices are awesome. Screeching Scabs might be the right call. I'm going to take 2 Screeching Scabs out, keep the trolls in like this, and call it good. So basically, last game we were just 1 turn off. It's a good hand. Can't cast the Stranger Geist though, so we do need to draw that other green source. But we got plenty of... we got a card draw with the Apprentice. And we got a Blood Artist, which in this matchup, a lot of times the Blood Artist can keep us alive long enough to find our combo. So I'm just going to put out an Apprentice here. And again, we can do the swing with the Apprentice, sack it, gain a life with the Blood Artist. And there's Mr. Troll. Alright, so this changes our play a little bit. I think the better thing to do is just to cast the Selfish Visionary. Or do we want to... Yeah, we want to cast the Selfish Visionary because we want to draw into another green source. And there's our other green source. So I'm attacking with the Apprentice. And actually, I probably don't want to block because I has double Blood Artist now. Let's wait till the other Blood Artist. We might be able to just outrace him here with the 2 Blood Artists, 2 Strangler Geist. Depends on what he plays here. If he plays a Mangler, we might have to adjust our play here. Alright, I'm not going to block. If he's playing an Ooze here, that might be pretty bad for us too. That's fine. That's about the best thing we can hope for. So I'm gonna play a Blood Artist and attack with the Stringer Geist and the Alchemist Apprentice. And that does save us some damage as well. So tap the greens for the Stringer Root. Black for the Blood Artist. And yeah, go ahead and swing in with everything. So he's taken 4 here. I'm pretty sure he's going to make his troll fight my Blood Artist. So we need to draw into like a Tracker's Instinct or a Grizzly Salvage and then eventually into Immortal Servitude. I'm hoping that we can race him here, put him on the defensive a little bit. This Tracker's just going to get insane card advantage. Yeah, I knew that was coming, so I'm going to sack this to draw a card to guarantee a damage. And there's another Visionary, that's fine. And that forced him to spend his mana this turn. So he's not going to be able to cast like a Drag Mingler and attack with Lot Literal. So we could take 2 here. He could decide to just hold it back though, because we are winning this race. No, he decides it. That's cool. I'm glad he decided to attack in there. Now he's deciding if he wants to pitch some things to it. But we're just going to take the 2, and we'll be able to swing back for 3 here, which is awesome. And actually more than 3 because we'll be able to cast a Stringer Geist. And I'm thinking it's going to be Stringer Geist and Elvish Visionary. And if he wants to waste like a Tracker to kill a Visionary, that's fine. So he's going to go down to 8 here. And Visionary comes out. Oh, he's going to Abrupt Decay a Stringer Geist. Okay, that's fine. He's going to go down to 10. And I am an idiot and tap my lands wrong. Or no, I let this come into play tap. So I'm going to play a Blood Artist here instead. I should have played that pre-combat. He'd be down to damage. Still in good position. He's going to have to Tracker again on the Blood Artist. But this Tracker's Instinct should give us card advantage back. And hopefully we can draw into Immortal Servitude and a Bloodthrone Vampire through our Tracker's Instinct and our Elvish Visionary, giving us some cards. So again, he's going to have to spend the mana here to kill off this Blood Artist. At least I think that's what he's going to have to do. Alright, he holds everything back. And that's perfectly okay with me. I'm gonna swing in here with everything. So he's gonna fight one of these Stringer Geists, I am sure. But if that's the case, if he does that, then I'm gonna get a Blood Artist trigger. And we're gonna be able to Tracker's Instinct twice this turn. Or Trackers, Grizzly Salvage, whichever works. Might just want to Grizzly Salvage, and then I can do a Tracker's Instinct and an Elvish Visionary if I grab a land. All right, so he's gonna fight the Blood Artist with his. All right, okay, cool. So he goes down to 9. Can't block with his tracker now. And he can block the 3/2 Geist and regenerate. But he's going to still take 3, going down to 6. And I think I am going to go for this play. Getting a Grizzly Salvage for a land. Oh, there's my Immortal Servitude. I think I want the Blood Artist, actually. And we will just play a Visionary here. And that way, if we get a land here, we can play a Blood Artist or a Tracker's Instinct. There we go. That's good. So we will go ahead and play a Tracker's Instinct here. See if we can grab a Snapcaster Mage. Nope, just the Alchemist's Apprentice. That's fine. So 2 Blood Artists in the bin. We have 2 Snapcaster Mages and 2 more Immortal Servitudes left in our deck. And we have a good way to filter through to get to him. We got 3 Trackers in the bin. So he's not going to be able to regenerate and fight here. So I don't, is he just going to try to race me here or nothing? Okay, he just holds it back. And this might be game here. So if I play Blood Artist, and let's go ahead and do a Visionary in case we draw into something cool. Play the Apprentice. Swinging in with everything. And he's going to be taking a lot from this Blood Artist. Yeah, no matter how he does this, he's dead. Because he's got to block the String Root Geist. That means the Geist will die. I guess the Ooze won't die if he blocks that way. We can always use our Alchemist's Apprentice to sack it to draw a card. Yeah, there's no real way he can get out of this game. He's gonna die. So yeah, he can't do anything here. I can't imagine, even if he does survive this turn, I can't imagine him be able to go on the swing back for 17, which, yeah, there's no way. Especially if when he blocks my String Root Geist, it comes back. So he's going to take 3 here. And I get my String Root Geist back. So I guess he could go down to a 1, but he's not going to be able to block. He has 3 cards in hand, not going to be able to block with anything. He's going to have to use his tracker to kill off my Blood Artist, so he's going to have to keep that mana up. And in response, I can sack the Apprentice, and that'll put him at 1. And then I have a gazillion ways to get out of this. It doesn't seem like he can attack with anything because he'll be at 1, and that, yeah, he'll have to keep all of his blockers back. Yeah, but I think this is pretty much going to be game here. Because he goes at a 2, then he'll go down to 1 from the Blood Artist, and then he has to have a creature in his hand, and there's Immortal Servitude anyway. So this is good game, good game. Yeah, and even if he did block, I mean he has to block, and then my creatures die with Blood Artist anyway, and he takes a damage, so he's dead no matter what next turn. But I'll show you the Immortal Servitude now. Okay, so he actually would live if I wouldn't have drawn that Immortal Servitude. But I'm going to show you the power of Immortal Servitude here. And there's a good old troll. So I can't quite Tracker's Instinct and Immortal Servitude. But we're just going to play this Immortal Servitude. And that is game. So it brings back all this stuff. Sack it. Do damage to him. And that is game. So turn 8, not too bad. And we're at 20 life. And yeah, he had a pretty good hand too. I mean, this is typical Kibler Golgari deck. And he had all the pieces to it. So yeah, not too shabby. We'll go on to game number 3. I think I do want this other Immortal Servitude. It's just too powerful to pass up. And I think I'm going to... I like these Screeching Scabs, though. They put in a lot of stuff in my graveyard. Maybe Lot Literals aren't that great. I think... I don't know. I really like the Lot Literals. I'm going to take out 1 Lot Literal. Keepable hand. Actually like this hand a lot. Let's hope he doesn't have an incredibly aggressive hand. There's our Immortal Servitude. Loving this hand now. I'll play the Breeding Pool just in case we draw into another source. I guess it wouldn't matter. I was thinking if we draw into a Strangle Geist, but we're definitely gonna play the Grizzly Salvage next turn, end of turn, to try to guarantee that 3rd land drop. Or we could just... I don't want to throw a Lawless out here because he does play Abrupt Decays. So we're just going to take 2 life here. And maybe I will put out a... Let's do a Scab or an Apprentice. We'll put out an Apprentice. Oh, wow. I need to quit pushing F6. I just passed the turn so he could actually kill my Apprentice without me being able to respond to it. So hopefully he doesn't play something that... and then activate his tracker. Alright, that's cool. That's fine. So I'm not going to block here because I was an idiot and passed the turn. We grab our land drop, which is awesome. I'm going to go ahead and attack with the Apprentice. Because I do believe that I can race him here. And the correct play is definitely going to be the Lot Literal. But I highly doubt... I don't think I'll be discarding anything to the Troll. There's the Ooze. And at least this buys me some time. No point to really salvaging here. I'd rather just play 2 creatures. We do want to actually leave up some mana for Lot Literal. So I don't need to pay 2 life here, but I need to keep up a black. So I'm going to go with another Apprentice. We'll go with Screeching Scab. And that's a miss. So his Ooze is going to get very big very quickly, so I definitely have to find a way to deal with the Predator Ooze. We're just going to have to find another Blood Artist and try to combo off. I'm sure he's going to fight the ooze against the scab here. Yeah. And he's going to attack in with the Predator Ooze and probably the Geist as well. That also is a thing. Okay. So I can't regenerate my troll. So I guess, yeah, I did see Tragic Slip last game. I probably should have taken out all the trolls. But I am going to block here and sack it. Draw a card. Alright, so we have enough now to cast our Immortal Servitude. So I'm thinking I want these Grisly Salvages to hit. I want to at least cast... We'll cast one Apprentice here. We'll lead off with the Grisly Salvage, see what it gets. String Ice is definitely good. We don't need the Blood Artist in our hand. We don't really need anything. I mean, I could just guarantee another land drop. We played a land this turn though, so yeah, I definitely want these in the graveyard, not in my hand. So I'm gonna grab a Drowned Catacomb, put the rest of these things in the graveyard, and just play an Apprentice. So hopefully we can survive 2 more turns, because then I'm sure we could combo off, have 2 Blood Artists in the graveyard, and get this other Grisly Salvage online. So go ahead and block there and sack it. And there's our Bloodthrone Vampire. All right, cool. That's a good one to draw. So I think we do have another turn. I'm going to play a Blood Artist. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Vampire. Elvish Visionary. And we're going to go ahead and cast this Blood Artist here. Because he's going to activate his Ulvenwald Tracker to kill off the Blood Artist. But that way we can sack it in response. And the Predator Ooze doesn't get another counter. But he does have 5 cards in hand, which is very problematic. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... No, 6. 6 creatures in the graveyard, and this will make 9. Alright, we'll sack it. So 5 cards in his hand again. And he doesn't choose to fight the tracker against the ooze. I mean, he could still do it right here in response, and I still couldn't block. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. Okay, but that wastes his mana for the turn. And next turn we can actually Grizzly Salvage and Immortal Servitude to try to get some more guys in the graveyard. And we should be in good shape, especially if we can draw into Snapcaster Mage or another Immortal Servitude. I don't see us losing this game. So let's see here. I still think Grizzly Salvage is better than playing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need 4, 5. So we do need to play that into play. Yeah. Okay, so with Grizzly Salvage here, there's our Snapcaster Mage. We will grab it and throw everything else in the bin. And then go ahead here and Immortal Servitude. For 2, and this brings back a crap ton of guys. And there's another Blood Artist. Get in here with the Stringer Geist. And there's absolutely no way we're losing this game. In fact, I might just be able to combo off here. Well, I could have visited through, let's see, it's 1. We just do it at the end of his turn, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, this is over. So Immortal Servitude does it again. I love this card. Immortal Servitude is by far my favorite card printed out of Gatecrash. I've had so much fun with it. So this is definitely a deck you could take to your F&M. It held its own against the Kibler, Green-Black Kibler, which is a real deck. You see this deck a lot of times in tournaments. It does very well against aggro and mid-range decks. So I don't know why it doesn't just concede here, because it is over. Let's see, because he's down to 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So anyway, this is he's ended up dead. He's dead here. He just doesn't know it yet. We'll just hurry and finish this off. Sacrifice, Stringer Geist. And yeah. And let's see, there he goes. There he finally concedes. So there we have it. This is Kevin from Roguedeckbuilder.com. Thanks for watching.